Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. It's a Sunday afternoon catch up. I almost tripped myself up there because I'm just trying to catch up. Catch up? Ha ha ha! Catch up. Yeah. Caught you out, didn't I? No, I caught myself out actually. Oh, what a day. What a day. Early start. I got my brother back on the channel. And it can only be a catch-up. Putting a whole bit of pepper sauce on this one while my brother is with me sharing this screen here with this geezer over here. Sort yourself out. Back at you. anyway, we've got some news about ex-Arsenal goalkeeper open up his mouth again. And something about, a winger. It's got some stories to tell. Ralph is looking confused. You know what? We'll get into this on the other side of this music intro. It's going to be a whole heap of pepper on this one, man. Yes, indeed, lemon squeezy. Yeah, welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. It's a Sunday afternoon catch-up show with my brother over here, the geezer, the older one, the younger, handsome one over here. Anyway, guys.
We don't want to go there, Alex.
We don't want to go there. Yeah, it's a Sunday, isn't it?
It's a Sunday. Let's stay blessed.
So what we're going to do, you guys, not me, but you can subscribe. That's all you have to do. Get your little finger up, pick it up, and subscribe. And lend us your ears for the next hour and just a smidgen. Yeah, an hour and a few minutes. Maybe an hour and a half, or maybe 2 hours. 2 hours? I don't do 2 hours, man. That podcast like doing 3, 4, 5 hours. Thinking, excuse me? What do you guys talk about? But anyway, we don't go down that route there, man. We don't talk just for the sake of talking.
We're a sprint marathon, not a marathon.
Yeah. But anyway, that's no slight on the other podcasts. We do our things, and they do their thing. But anyway, all you can do, just subscribe for the next second. Just subscribe. That's all you've got to do. All right, let's get into the... Actually, no. Ralph, how are you, geezer? How are you on this Sunday afternoon?
I'm good. Just slightly... I've got a lot of other projects to sort out, and it's coming to that point now where I've got to get them all sorted. So it's a beautiful day in Cardiff. I was out yesterday. I'm indoors today trying to get some things sorted, and I don't think I'm going to leave the flat until maybe, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock to clear my head. But for now, I'm good.
That's good.
But there's a lot of Arsenal things seems to be brimming up at the wrong time.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. This is what we're here for.
Yeah.
So.
It's funny because I said on Saturday I wasn't going to do a show on Sunday. I thought, give myself a break. But I've got the house to myself. I just come back. Well, I come back like 45 minutes ago from church, and I was going to go live outside the Emirates, but I thought, no, I'd already said to my brother we'd do like we go live on Cannon Fodder TV, sharing the screen together. So yeah. I want to say a bit quick thank you to those of you who put a comment in regards to the Easy Talk. It seems like you guys are really happy to see the Easy Talk back in full effect and sharing my time with all the contributors on Cannon Fodder TV. But I too am very happy to have the Easy Talk back in full effect and sharing the time with all the other contributors that we have currently on Cannon Fodder TV, and hopefully we'll get my brother Ralph on one of the Easy Talks as well. So, what's wrong?
I feel honoured. Normally you've got like a waiting list, and I think, okay, I'll just wait until my turn. Yeah. But no, I tell you what, it was really good seeing Sharifa and Arsenal Alex.
Yeah,
I like it was a really good balance because Sharifa is very optimistic and supportive, and you got Alex who's very pragmatic, and he said, pretty much tells it like it is.
Yeah.
So it was a really good balance. I did like that. It was a good start to the Easy Talk coming back.
Yeah, it was really good, really good, and they all were smack bang in the middle. You know what I mean? But so the next one we're going to see some familiar faces. I'll leave it at that.
But Alex, what was really good is that we had Sharifa, the first woman of Cannon for the TV, and what we need to do now, we do need to push this agenda more, because obviously we've got the Arsenal women's team, which is doing great guns at the moment, and we just want to make sure that we have an even kill of contributors as well. So it'd be good if we can get some more women back onto the channel and just putting comments and suggestions as well.
Yeah, it's a good point. But I've been trying for the last 2 years to get,
I know.
And the ratio is still not good. We've got, Sharifa, and there's like how many guys? It's probably.
Let's say it's unequal.
It's unequal. It's unequal. So if you are a female Arsenal supporter or fan watching Cannon for TV now, before we've even got into the segment, and you would like to give us your thoughts, actually, send us an email. This is the email, arsenalpublic1@gmail.com. And we can talk about, getting you on to, it doesn't only have to be the Easy Talk. There are other segments, or that I have said that I'm going to be kind of winding it back a little bit. I mean, I've been going, hell for leather, coming live almost every single day during the transfer window. But I'm going to read it back a bit. It's going to be more about quality rather than quantity. So yeah, if you are a fan or supporter of Arsenal, and you'd like to come on Cannon for TV, then send us an email. Send us an email. We can talk about the finer details. Again, it doesn't only have to be getting everyone on Easy Talk. It can be on the other segments. Well, the other segments. Maybe the Voice of Reason. On what's the one on the Monday I'm doing tomorrow? The Cannon Project with James Rowe and the Godfather himself as well. So again, if you are interested, you think, I wouldn't mind giving my opinion. Although we do say we don't use vulgar language. We don't use vulgar language, but that is the one of the things that we, many are called and only few are chosen. Many would like to do what we do, but yeah. We'll get smile at. You're right, Ralph. That smile on your face.
Many are called.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you know what I mean? All right. Okay. So like I said, send us an email. Again, you're watching us live, but this segment is going to be repeated later on this evening, and the call will be the same. If you are a female contributor or a fan or supporter of Arsenal, send us an email, arsenalpublic1@gmail.com. Right, so let's get into this one now. It's going to be just a bit of some strange goings on, man. Our former number one goalkeeper, that's right, I said it, our former number one goalkeeper, Emma Martinez, said he didn't want to join Arsenal when Gunners came calling for his transfer. Emma Martinez has admitted he did not want to join Arsenal when the Gunners offered him a chance to move to the Premier League. Wow, okay, quite revealing. The Argentine goalkeeper thrived after being sold to Aston Villa last season, with only Ederson and Edouard Mendy keeping more clean sheets. What happened to Leno? What happened to Leno? He's not there. Martinez was allowed to join Villa for £15 million as he searched for a regular football, and also he wanted to be Argentina's number one goalkeeper, which he eventually has got now. Despite many fans calling for him to be installed as Arsenal's first choice keeper after he impressed following an injury to Bernd Leno. Remember, I think he got injured against Brighton, I think. His move came after a decade at the Emirates, during which he spent much of his time out on loan with Spurs at Reading, Wolves, Rotherham, Sheffield Wednesday, Oxford United, and Getafe. Now aged 29, he has said he never wanted to join the Gunners when they snapped him up from Independiente back in 2010, preferring to target a first-team debut with the Buenos Aires club. His comments, he says, Arsenal came to look for me, and Pep Santoro told me that the train only passes once in a lifetime, he told El País. My family and my agents thought the same. So the decision was more for them, his family, than anything else. I didn't want to go. I did not regret it, but I wanted to play in Independiente for a while. I thought if I stay for in 2 years, I would make my debut. So Ralph, there you go. We've got our former #1 goalkeeper talking about how he didn't actually want to come and sign for Arsenal anyway. He wanted to stay and play for Independiente, Argentina club side. Now, I've seen some comments on Twitter, people saying, "Oh, Emi Martinez, why can't he keep his mouth shut?" Listen, I've got time for Emi. I've got time for him. Maybe a few people, has time for Emmys. But Ralph, your thoughts about Emi Martinez, man?
Well, you know what? I must admit, I'm getting a bit tired. Of ex-players saying that they didn't want to play, or I wanted to leave sooner, and all that kind of stuff. It's you got to move on. You got to let go. Of course, him leaving Arsenal at that time, I think, has disabled the defense and maybe in some ways the attack of Arsenal as well, because he's got a really good relationship with Aubameyang, and of course with many of the other Arsenal players as well. So, when you have your time in the sunshine, you do what you can, and sometimes, you sit on the bench. Sometimes you come on with maybe the last 10 minutes or whatever. These are the journeys of a professional player, and Emil had the chance on quite a few occasions, but wasn't picked because it was down to the manager. The manager didn't feel that he was ready, or it wasn't his time. There was other goalkeepers in front of him that we probably felt that now in hindsight, he was the one. But he's making as much as he can of his career now with Aston Villa. As much as I hate to say it, my store manager will be, he did say to me on a couple of occasions, "What's Arsenal doing? Why have you sold us one of your best goalkeepers?" And I just shrugged my shoulders, because it just, if we're going by everything that happened after the FA Cup, when he said he wanted to leave, it was the right time for him to leave, then that's it. And I always feel that when you've transitioned from one job to another, or one career to another, or whichever part of the planet or whatever it is that you want to do, you put a line under it. You close the door and then you move on. So I'm not sure about if it was just a quote, or if it was he's thinking about a book, or wherever his mind is. It's clearly still maybe bothering him a little bit, I suppose, or he feels that he wants to say first and foremost how he felt. We got no license on that, Alex. We've got no license. But for me, I just I'm done. I'm done with that. We've got more. We have at Arsenal. We have got more pressing issues to deal with than with an ex-player. He doesn't play for us anymore. When we play against Aston Villa later in the season, he'll shake hands and he'll do what he does, but he knows how we play. So he's got that inside track. He will tell his teammates what to look out for, because he's got that inside track. So if I was playing, I'd be saying I want to get as many goals past him as possible, because he's not us. He may be a bit of a gooner underneath wearing the kit of Aston Villa, but at the end of the day, he's the opposition. So whatever he does doesn't really affect me until we actually meet. So like I said, there's always players wanting to say what they want to say, and they've written books, they've gone on podcasts, they've done all sorts, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. But for me, it was so last year. I'm sorry.
I tell you what, Ralph, your words lead us perfectly into the second segment. Talking about players, revealing all. Nico Pepe, man. Oh, my goodness. I have stories to tell. Arsenal 26-year-old claims Amazon should make the documentary about him. Arsenal forward Nico Pepe has claimed that Amazon should make an all or nothing documentary about himself. He told Amazon Prime. What is going on? The 26-year-old stated that he has stories to tell and unusual ones. Because his journey in the footballing world hasn't been straightforward. Arsenal actually currently taking part in the All or Nothing documentary series themselves, which is filming footage of their early struggles this season. It's all good being part of the documentary when it has a fairy tale or happy ending, but Arsenal's current documentary is a nightmare for all involved. This is what Pepe has had to say when asked which one of his Arsenal teammates should be put forward for an All or Nothing documentary. He said, well, myself. I have stories to tell, unusual ones. My journey was an unusual one, so I probably have an interesting story to tell. Oh my goodness, Ralph. Dear, people willing to sell their soul, man.
Welcome to 2021 player journey, as it were.
Nico Pepe, you reckon that the All or Nothing should be about you? Yeah, you've got stories to tell. You've got unusual stories to tell. Well, that is Arsenal. That is Arsenal, isn't it? Unusual stories to tell, revealing stories. Nico Pepe, you're funny, man. You're funny. Do you want to say, Ralph, anything about that? Or should I just go on to the next one?
Well, I'll just say in short that he, like many other players, when his time comes, I hope that he'll look at this and probably laugh or whatever. I hope that he's a young man. He's a very young man, and when we were young men, we all felt that we can share everything with everybody. These days, people are willing to drop a mention or a hat to anyone to sell something or to make their status bigger. To me, I think that these young men should be just told, look, first and foremost, before you start opening your mouth, think and think again. You are representing the club. And if you have to take a step back and look at what you've contributed to the club so far, have you done everything that you can to get the team to be where they should be? That's what every person should do. Whenever you're in a profession and you're doing what you're meant to be doing, and sometimes you do go, your journey is never a straight line. It is peaks and troughs. So when you, especially in the public eye as well, when you're a sports person, nothing gets more magnified than your personal life. When you want to say, I've got stories to tell, trust me, the wrong people will be coming to your door wanting to know what the story is. And then when they can't find something, they will make something up. And then you're going to spend half your time defending. So the best thing to do is just to play football. I'm not saying that you can't have an opinion on something, but prove your worth. Prove the fact that you are at the club because you are scoring goals. You're helping your teammates. You're making the club become better. You're taking the pressure off the manager because he selected you. All those things that you should be focusing on, focus on those, because the stories will come when you do good stuff, and the stories will come when you do bad stuff. So don't try and try and say, you know what, Amazon Prime will come around to you when they feel it's ready. And at this moment in time, Amazon Prime ain't short of anything. if my subscription comes up with anything as well. So at this moment in time, just focus on becoming a better you. And it sounds cliche, but that's what it is. You've come to this team, you've got a high price tag, and people are already saying how you haven't justified. We've said it. We've said it on this channel quite a few times that you haven't justified it. So leave the paparazzi nonsense to one side and focus on what's really important, is to get yourself up and running, scoring goals, changing the way that you play, because everybody's reading the way that you play. That's the reason why you haven't scored much. Work on yourself. Work on yourself, and everything else. Trust me, everything that you're focusing on, that you want to do well in and good in, the stories will come, because there's enough people out there who can't wait for you when you fail.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, people come from miles around to see you burn, man.
Yeah.
All right, and the last segment we want to talk about is actually, yeah, Star Boy. Again, for me, Star Child. It's his birthday today. It's his birthday.
Hey.
He's turned 20. So no more teen years, man. Only senior years now. But Bukayo Saka, I think I speak on behalf of everyone, I believe, on Canafoy TV. Happy birthday to you today. Yeah, September 5th. You want to say anything, Ralph, before we go on?
No, you see, now this is the flip side. This young man has come in.
Yeah.
He's doing everything that he's got to do. He's keeping himself humble. He's got, really good, family stability. He's got the right people around him. That's the really, really important part when you're young, is to make sure you surround yourself with strong, positive people, because these are the ages where we've seen it and we've heard it all too often. Sometimes there are young men and young women who stray off that side, and especially when you're a sports person, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. It's stuff that we don't understand, and we only see one side of the fence unless the person actually opens up. Or sometimes we can sometimes see if something happens to a particular player, how it affects them, because they may not be as happy-go-lucky and everything else. We're all human at the end of the day. We can read vibes. So he is a very good example about how to apply yourself. Hard work, dedication, is what you need. And there's a lot of talented people out there, but at the same time, there's not enough of them that work hard. You can't just get by on talent alone. You have to put the work in. That goes for everything. So happy birthday, Saka. Many more to come. But just keep doing what you're doing, because it can only get better, and start influencing some of the people around you as well.
All right, so that's it. That's been the 3 segments of news on this Sunday afternoon catch up with my brother. Yeah, man, Emmy can't keep his mouth quiet, but I've got time for him, but my brother doesn't. And Nico Pepe said he's got stories to tell, unusual stories. You just can't make it up, can you? Anyway, we're gonna go in for a break. When we come back from the break, we'll be going to the live chat and see who has joined us. I think I've got an idea. We've got one moderator just returning. I think my brother might be quite happy to see who the moderator is on this Sunday afternoon catch-up show. So just see you in a few minutes. Good.
Oh, that's a nice, easy fade. I like that.
I was
Alex the
wondering,
DJ coming back out again.
whether you would notice or not.
I noticed, bro. I noticed.
All right, let's go into the live chat. Actually, before I do, just kind of like a news flash. No, news flash, scoreline flash. Arsenal played Women's Super
Chelsea.
League, yeah, against Chelsea. And do you know the result, Ralph?
No.
3-2 to Arsenal.
Go on.
Yeah, well done. See? Yeah. Do you not know something? Maybe a lot of people might gravitate or maybe transition from watching Arsenal men's to watching the women's team. I'm on the cusp. I'm on the cusp. Bad enough of them lot.
Was there some talk about how with the women's team now they're going to get more coverage or more sponsorship deals in order to close the gap with with the earnings as well?
Wait, it's always you, Ralph, isn't it? It's always you. It's time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, let's go to the live chat now. Barasa came in at 2 minutes to 2 p.m. Said, I'm waiting.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here.
SJ Chan, my brother, says, I keep missing you. Finally caught you live, and welcome, my friend. I hope you're keeping well. Now, Big Red United is the latest member, paid up member on Canon 5 TV. I've got to say, the Red United, thank you for becoming a member.
Yeah.
Look at the logo. Is a Man United supporter.
Massive respect. Massive respect.
Enough respect to you, my brother. Okay. Again, and we've had support from Liverpool making donations last year on the channel. So we welcome anyone as long as you keep the comments in the live chat nice and clean. Any vulgarity, yeah, paid up member or not, we don't have that on Canon 4 TV. All right, but thank you for becoming a member on Canon 4 TV. Colin Young, good morning, Ralph and Alex.
Hey.
Interview with Sky Sports is a serious indictment of the state of Arsenal FC. Now we've not spoken. That was not a news segment on the afternoon show here. But have you seen the interview?
You know what, Alex? Because there's been so much activity about what's been, what he's been saying, I actually on my phone, signed up to Sky Sports just to see what this interview was about, and I can only get it in segments, which is annoying me. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of the Sky. But I just wanted to see what he said about what he's been saying. I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. I'm not surprised, but I'm still flabbergasted because it sounds like he's on the back foot. They're all on the back foot. This is why I can't get my words out. The way that he was talking about, for example, the 10 signings, or 21, we've got 21 players and they're trying to get 21 players out and that kind of stuff. I was thinking, how many players have gone out? I can only remember maybe 2 or 3. We seem to have got more in than we were meant to get rid of. Actually, I wanted to do this. Like I said, I only saw it in segments, and if I had the chance to write down what I saw, I would have written it down because I wanted to try and break it down into pieces to try and get the mentality of where his mind is at. Like the interviewer was saying to him how you don't. Some of the Arsenal fans don't feel you've got enough experience in the Premiership, and he's saying he had a lot of pressure when he was at Corinthians, which is a South American team.
And Brazil, the national side as well.
But okay, there's pressure, but I think we can all say that there's nothing that you can compare to with the Premiership, because the Premiership is unforgiving. Hence the reason why we are where we are. So with all due respect to Serie A, all the teams in Europe and South America, the Premiership is the Premiership, and this is the reason why it is such a global brand, and why we get a lot of players from overseas coming to play in the Premiership, because the way that the Premiership is built pretty much on pressure and prestige. You have a great season, you're in Europe, you win trophies, you're number one. You don't have a great season, you're not in Europe, you're at the bottom of the Premiership. That is how it's run. That's the way it is. And you're talking about a part of the management team who has played. Both manager and management have played in the Premiership. So how could you not already become more adjusted and understanding about the pressures of the job and the expectations, and still say, give us time, is beyond me. It really is beyond me. You know that you're not going to get any kind of. The only way that the fans will ease off is when you start winning. We've got 3 matches. I already can see on the chat people are saying, they want Arteta to be gone. Arteta, in the eyes of the fans, have got 3 matches before, that's it. It's over. And I would never, ever call out a manager to be sacked, because I learned my lesson. I said this before with Unai. I'm quite happy to swap Unai and 2 seasons back to keep us 5th, because we were still in contention and we were still rebuilding. But now you've got Edu, who is saying, "Oh well, we've got players coming in and we've got players and we're trying to support the midfield." What happened to Garlic's message? When he's going to come over, it's going to get Buendia. One of the questions I would have liked to have asked him was, where do you see that the problems were at the end of last season? Which areas do you feel that we had to strengthen? And have your signings strengthened those areas?
I've seen it, like I say, in 2-minute segments, and I've only seen maybe in total maybe 8 minutes or maybe 6 minutes. I've not seen the whole complete interview, which if anyone's got like a link to the complete interview, I would love to see the whole entirety of the interview, because sorry, I forgot. Go on, Ralph, carry on.
What I was going to say is that Sky's got it as a transcript, so you can read the whole thing. I can read the whole thing, but I'd rather see how he puts himself across. But the way he puts himself across, he's very nervous.
Oh,
for a guy who, he's very nervous. He looks like almost like rabbit in the headlights kind of scenario. It's like, oh, okay, well, I've been interviewed, but I want to say that the right kind of sales pitch talk. To me, there was nothing coming from the heart. It was all, well, this is what we're trying to. I mean, it may sound a bit sincere, but the whole time he was talking for those 2-minute segments, I was thinking, so didn't you sit down and say, look, we've got to get this right. I'm not going to go on a holiday. I'm not going to go take a break or whatever, because the situation where we've been in for the 2nd time in 2 seasons, we could plummet. So let's make sure we get it right. We're in a closed room. We'll pick the 8-9 players that we need to come into the team. That as the interviewer said, is oven ready. They can step right into the team. And in the meanwhile, we get rid of the players that haven't done it for the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Let's get rid of them, because it's too much. It's too much. There's no point. And one of the questions I always said to Arteta is that, what the hell are you thinking about asking Xhaka to come back? That's one question actually. I like the interview to ask. Why did you feel that it was right for Xhaka to come back to the team? All the activity was all about midfield, changing midfield and everything.
Well, he did. I think he responded to that, Ralph, actually, because he said there's no need for us to buy players
Yeah,
in those positions because we've already got Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka.
yeah, yeah. He did say that. I take that back. He did say that.
And I'm
But
thinking, but the thing is, Ralph, is like you can already see, like you said, he's like a cat caught in the car headlights, looking nervous. And what he was saying to me, he sounded very, very inexperienced, Ralph. Again, as a
yeah,
snapshot, the reasoning behind the situation why you didn't want to upgrade the midfield is you've shot yourself in the foot. Because Thomas Partey, where's Thomas Partey been for the last 3 games, Ralph? Injured. Granit Xhaka, where's Granit Xhaka? Suspended. So that tells you in itself that your whole reasoning behind it is wrong. Is absolutely wrong. We needed to beef up the midfield. Granit Xhaka didn't need to be at Arsenal. We need to cover the midfield because of injuries. Thomas Partey. So his whole reasoning behind, oh, we didn't need to because we've got Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka is a non-starter. It's a non-starter.
yeah.
But sorry, I've gone. Sorry.
No, I agree with everything you say. And again, it beggars the belief, the nonsense that we was going after Buendia, Bissouma, Aouar, Locatelli, and you still want to keep Xhaka, you still want to keep Bellerin, you still want to keep we've still got Kolasinac, so amongst all this smoke and mirrors, I mean, something was said. Everybody was saying, okay, let's make sure we get the transfer window right. You didn't say at the start, at the end of last season, you know what, these are the players we're going to keep. You know what I mean? Because if you said that at the beginning, then we can say, well, at least it's been consistent. Nothing like that was mentioned. So, it makes a nonsense that, and quite rightly, you spend 130, maybe 150 odd million pounds on the future. He was talking about the future. It's about getting the foundation right. Well, the foundation ain't right anyway.
Yeah. And that's the problem.
The foundation isn't right anyway. So why don't you, if you're going to fix the foundation, then make sure you have a goalkeeper, make sure you have a left back, make sure you have a central defender, make sure you got a right side defender, make sure you strengthen the spine because in midfield, central midfield, and make sure you got a striker. All those things could have been done and dusted. And I hate, I don't like to use the word hate. I dislike very strongly the fact that so many times, this is not the first time that we've been here, Alex. This is not the first time that we had players that said, oh, you know what, Arsenal approached me, and at the 11th hour, they withdrew the contract because of another £1 million bidded, or 2 million, or they dropped out. The amount of players and managers that we've missed out on, all because what? It's ego. Ego and ignorance, hand in hand.
Dearie me. Anyway, just been a super chat here, actually. Thank you again. Red United, pledging £10. Man United a fan, but we welcome, any fan on Can Afford To, but keep the comments reasonable, no vulgar language. But he says, with the money Arsenal have spent, they could have had top players. We could have had top players.
Yeah.
And there's no getting away from it. Sorry,
no, I was agreeing with you. Yeah, there's no getting away from it. There's no getting away from it. And you know what? When you've got a legend like Wrighty saying how, you can see us getting relegated, if that doesn't send alarm bells, if the last 3 matches doesn't send alarm bells to Edu and Arteta and the rest of the crazy gang, then that's it. That's we're going to our 4th game at the weekend against Norwich. Desperate. We're desperate.
The worst thing about Ralph, Norwich, they will be smelling blood.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like giving. They're not. It's free giveaways. You don't get any giveaways unless you're Arsenal. They'll be smelling fear. So they'll want to put one in on us like Brentford did. At least we could have got 1 point from the Brentford game. I mean, I know people thinking, 1 point, but we've got no points.
Yeah.
3 games in. I understand. Newly promoted Brentford got beaten. Champions League winners, Chelsea, Premier League winners. I mean, if you ever wanted to measure, take the temperature of how where Arsenal are, it's right there for you. Right there. We can't score a goal, Ralph. So those of you probably thinking, we're going to be playing against Norwich. Thank goodness we're going to get our first win. It's not going to be a cakewalk. It will not be easy.
This is a street fight. Every match it's a street fight, and even worse. That we always say that it takes a player about maybe 2 or 3 games to get themselves bedded in, to understand the tactics, to get to be confident with the team that you're playing with. There's no bedded in time. It's pressure the whole time. And those young players are, I'm not putting Saka or Emma Smith Rowe into that. Even Ben White, I'm not sure if he's gone over COVID at this moment in time, or if he's going to be playing or whatever. But as soon as these players come in, it's the experienced players. The experienced players have to perform. They have to. There's no getting away from it. You go on the pitch. I don't care if you try a shot from the halfway line. Register a shot on target, because Norwich will be in our faces, and they know, most of the other teams know, that if you're in our faces at Arsenal, we tend to take a backward step. There's at this moment in time, guts is very far and few between in this team.
What was the saying back in the early noughties, that Arsenal don't like it up them? We don't like it once the going gets tough. We crumble. And I'm thinking, Ralph, is it Sunday or Saturday is the game? Is it Saturday?
Saturday, 3 o'clock.
Who can you look across the field and say, these players or this player is willing to roll up the sleeve and get down and dirty and get in the fight? Which one of the players there, Ralph, in the first team, can you say that?
I can say Tierney, definitely. They're very far and few between. Tierney, I know Saka would want to get in. I know Emma Smith Rowe on the last game, he was tired when he came off. But that's youngsters. That's youngsters. Where's the old heads? If Holding, I wanted Holding to be captain at one stage, because the way that he marshalled Costa.
Diego Costa.
Yeah. If you put him against any other striker, potentially he that's his job. He knows what his job is, but he gets lost I think he gets lost a bit when it's a 4. I think he gets lost when he's trying to think about who's, when you're a defender, you know who you're playing with.
But Ralph, he can't do it on his own, Ralph.
No, I know that. I know.
And that's why, literally, you look at the players, again, having to go back, to the Invincibles, at least 70 to 80% of the players were leaders. And we don't have that. Holding can't do it on his own. He can't do it on his own. He needs, other people to also step up, but it's just a sad indictment. I'm thinking, come Saturday against Norwich, I don't remember we're playing home or away, but with Arsenal, it doesn't really care. It doesn't really matter. But I'm thinking, which players are able or willing to put themselves about to be up for the fight? There's not many.
We're at home. We're at home.
We're at home. It doesn't matter, Ralph, whether home or away. It doesn't matter. And that's what I'm thinking. Arsenal, the soft belly, the softness in Arsenal. We're short at least 5 players, Ralph. Short of 5 good players. Not so much, the striker who could score goals and a different. But literally, when we're in the mire, in the situation like we're in now, there are no fighters, Ralph, apart from Tierney. Tierney can't do it all on his own. Holding can't do it all on his own. There's no real leaders. Xhaka's suspended. There is an opportunity for Lokonga, who actually we didn't buy him to be a sure start. He was brought to, long term. We're asking him now to step up, but he doesn't have great physicality about him, Ralph.
And that's it. That's it. It's the physicality. It's the presence. When you go out on the pitch, if you see youngsters on the pitch and you're maturing, mid-20s, late 20s on, you're going to think, oh, you know what? Just a quick dig, and they'll fold.
Yeah.
We don't have, okay, we may have Lacazette, we may have Aubameyang, Pepe. This is the time for Aubameyang to step up as a captain, but I've seen him with his head down when you rely on your captain the most.
Yeah.
And if his head's down, then you're thinking, you know what? Let me just try and get off this pitch with the least amount of embarrassment and everything else. It's not a good shape.
Let me just quickly read this one. We had another super chat. Wow, two in one show. My goodness. A donation of $4.99 from Colin. From ownership to manager, at this point, I would take Mickey Mouse to take the place of any of them. This is shambolic, Ralph.
Well, Mickey Mouse will have better defense with Goofy and Pluto, wouldn't he? So.
Listen, I understand the fact that we want to try and keep it as positive as possible.
Yeah.
But you saw on the Easy Talk, Ralph, the two worlds of Arsenal. You've got Sharifa, who tried her best to try and remain optimistic about Arsenal going forward, and then you've got Arsenal Alex, on the other side, representing the other half or the other quarter or 1/5 of the fan base, feeling underwhelmed with the transfer window. Underwhelmed, Ralph. And then you've got Edu. Again, I can only talk about the 6 to 8 minutes of the segment of the interview that I've seen there. And I'm thinking the guy is trying to put on a PR face.
Yes, right.
He's been told to say this, what we're trying to do at Arsenal. I'm thinking, no, you're inexperienced. It's clear you're out of depth. You're out of your depth, Edu. It's not going to work. And 3 losses. You know what, Arsenal, Ralph, will probably be relegated for the first time in their history because we haven't registered a goal. It's like 9 against, and I can't see where we're going to score the goals, Ralph, anytime soon. Ralph, let me just quickly read this.
Go for it.
Yeah, another donation from the Red United. Alex talking facts. You say that, Red United, but a lot of people don't like to hear what I have to say on the channel. People don't want to be told the reality. And I said on Friday with Arsenal Wenger, Ralph, saying Arsenal, we're in a good place.
I don't get that. I haven't seen that. But I don't understand how this is. You know what? This is almost typical Arsene Wenger after the match when the interviewer say to him, "Oh, did you see that incident?" He said, "Well, I didn't quite see it. I'll watch it again." There is defending your team, and there's rose-tinted glasses, optimism when all hell is breaking loose. And he's decided to go for that. Rather than who's he defending? He doesn't. He's not sat on the board. He said that he wants to come back to the Arsenal to watch the match like a supporter. He was our manager for 20 plus, 18, 20, 20 plus years. You can't criticize. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can say it like it is. You're not defending the board anymore. The board is quite happily glad to see that you're out to pasture. So stop with the BS. Stop with the BS and say, look, in fact, this is another way. Someone should have said to him, if your team, could you have seen your team being at the bottom of the Premiership during the time under your tenure? And he was said, well, that would be unbelievable. That's unthinkable.
Ralph, let me
So
just
why would you think that it's okay that we're okay where we are now?
yeah, let me just like read, quote what he said. So, what is it? So so he said, today the club is in a good shape. Wenger told Build Live on Friday. They had 2 tough games against Chelsea and Man City. The team has a potential, and I hope they can come back. Wenger is often linked with a return to Arsenal. No, thank you. In some capacity, whenever the club encounters difficulty. But he has played down the prospects of coming back to the Emirates to aid the current crisis. He added, I'm 71. I've given the club the best years of my life. At the moment, I'm just a fan. I'm thinking, today the club is in a good shape. It's not in a good shape. It's not in a good shape. Just tell it like it is. You're not on the board. Like I said, you're just a fan. So who are you trying to protect? Arsenal are not in a good shape. Bottom of the league, the worst start for 67 years. 67 years. The club is in a good shape. No, it's not, Arsene Wenger. It's not. And some people won't be told, Ralph. Some people don't like to hear the truth. You can't handle the truth. Oh my goodness. Ralph, I've got a headache, man.
I'm telling you, Alex, the amount of times when I go into work, it's one or two things. Actually, back to my store manager, he said, you know what, Ralph, me and the other guy, who's a damn down the road fan, he said, we was wondering about you. I was thinking, you know what? I appreciate the well-being thought, but as a fan, I don't want pity. I don't want pity. You know what I mean? Because trust me, if the shoes were never foot, I'd be laughing as well. I'd be saying, I can't wait for you guys to get out. That's just who I am. I have to be that real. I have to be that real. So where I'm representing, my team is where it is. That's the realness. And how can other Arsenal fans feel that, okay, well, we're gonna climb out, we're gonna beat. We haven't registered a shot in anger. You know, we had one person sent off who shouldn't have been in the club in the first place. He actually said that, how, you know what, I had enough of this, so I thought I'd come off. I had enough of these guys. I'm thinking like, you know, we are where we are at this moment in time, and it's true what you're saying. People don't want to hear it, but you know, if you don't want to hear it, you're definitely going to see it. If you don't see it, somebody will tell you about it. So let's just look at it rather than we be told by our rivals. Let's start looking at it from a real point of view. This is where we are. We have to get behind the team. We have to get behind the manager. And more importantly, we have to get behind the players. Tell the players to start doing what they're going to do, because 3 games in, another 3 games, and it's going to be lights out for someone.
Back in the live chat. Oh dear. Static is in the live chat, man. He's Volk Sparks 345 says Arteta has been sacked. No, he hasn't. SJ Chan says we need a decent owner who will sack the lot and set up the club as it should be run, and we will be where we should be. The thing is, SJ Chan, I've thought about this. You know, Arsenal, look at it from this perspective. We are where we deserve to be. No one has the divine right to say, you know what, Arsenal should be in top 4. No, we are where we deserve. We deserve to be top, bottom of the table. No club has a divine right to say, you know, we should be in top 4. No, I don't see it that way. I understand what you're trying to say. We do need a new owner. But where we are now, bottom of the table, we deserve to be there. We want to be in top 4. We need to be in top 4. But what we've got now is what we deserve. We deserve this. You know, you can't say, we've seen the players over the last 2, maybe 3 seasons, the same players who played under Arsene Wenger towards the end, Unai Emery, a little bit of Freddie Ljungberg, and now Mikel Arteta. You can't rely on these same players. You can't rely on the same players. Again, I give the analogy about, making and baking a cake. You want to make the best cake. You taste the cake. The cake is disgusting, Ralph. What should you do? Change the ingredients. Change the damn ingredients. Change the players. Don't be trying to play the same players and expecting a different outcome. It's not going to happen. It won't happen. Change the ingredients to make a better tasting cake. The players. Granit Xhaka, where is he? Been suspended because he's doing the same action. He got red carded. Oh my goodness. But anyway, go on, Ralph.
I think on your blog the other day or yesterday, someone came up saying how the team was changed 43 times.
Yeah, the 11 it was Colin. Colin said that. Yeah.
So Arteta is trying the ingredients. He still haven't found the right ingredient. That's not good. That's not good.
Oh dear. Listen, Arteta, man, if you're watching, man, just give me a call. Give me a call. You know the email. Ralph and I, we can talk to you, man.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
you're right.
But maybe you won't listen to what we're saying to you. Oh, goodness.
Was it that Dad used to say, Alex? Or is it so? They say, if you don't listen, then you must feel, innit? Yeah. We're feeling it, bro. We're feeling it.
All Conte needs to do is get a competent manager on board, and then then our fans will be happy. Big Dog, I said the same thing because clearly the guy doesn't have a vested interest in Arsenal. I understand that. But employ somebody directly underneath you, like a David Dean kind of a figure, who knows how to run a club, who can say, you know what, Conte, this is what's been going on. This is what I think we should be doing. This is what Arsenal needs to be doing. But clearly the guy doesn't know anything about Arsenal. Employ someone, like you said, directly underneath you, who has serious experience of running a club. Period. But there's no one like that at Arsenal, Ralph. A David Dean kind of figure at Arsenal. Bring him back. David Dean, the thing is, he's well into his 70s, isn't he, I think? So, yeah, I don't think he'd want to come to Arsenal.
But he's got more of a clear vision about Arsenal than Arsenal has.
Yeah. Arsenal are in a good shape, Ralph. Arsenal are in a good shape. Nah, I don't think so. Colin says, shambles. God, daring.
Shambles FC.
Bring in some Arsenal legends on board, and Wenger, Overmars, or definitely to help Edu, and decent manager Conte, Allegri, someone with experience. Now, I see on Twitter when I was coming in my way back from church on the bus, there's been some talk about Arsenal and Antonio Conte have got some kind of agreement that if things do go belly up by October, Antonio Conte will be coming to manage Arsenal. I see lots of people saying, "No, this is not true. It's rubbish." And other people saying, "Actually, it is true. There is some kind of prerequisite."
Well, contingency plan.
A contingency plan. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. But it'll only happen if things take a serious turn for the worse. I'm thinking, but now is the time. Now.
It's like you jumped out the plane, you're looking for the parachute, and the parachute.
Oh, Ralph, man. Oh, dear me. Oh, right, so Ralph, are you not excited that we have a runner's goal? No, I'm not. Arsenal sold the best goalkeeper going. Yeah, I agree with Raz Martinez in past one day, or one of many. Arteta costing us badly. We finally got to Arnie, another member. Sorry, I took so long to get to you. Afternoon, all. I hope you're keeping well.
Arnie.
Yeah. It's me that keep dragging. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pepe said, I've got stories to tell. I was thinking, Pepe, just like my brother said, just keep it quiet, man. Just your best response is just to perform on the pitch. That's all you need to do. With a price tag of £72 million that we're still paying on installments, Nah, just perform on the pitch. That's all you need to do. That is all you need to do, brother. Big Dog says, you two are you Arteta in or out? Listen, I'm not getting
I already expressed my
yeah.
my opinion.
Plus, out Vinay, Edu, and Arteta. Who would you sack, and in what order? Who is the biggest problem? Keep up the great content and smash those likes, people. Down to you, Ralph. Go for it.
Up to this day, I don't know what Vinay does. Someone said how Vinay said how Arsenal's doing a really good job. I was thinking like, I can guarantee this. Get any Arsenal fan walking around the Emirates and the training ground for a day, and they will come out with a full dossier on what needs to change, how to change it, and when to change it. Get any Arsenal fan, sit, if it was possible for them to sit in the board to actually hear this silent Stan or Josh, who at this moment in time we still haven't heard anything from them. Haven't heard anything from them. They may have given the money, but that's all. That's that's fine. So for me, Vinay has got the rose tinted glasses on. Edu, listen, it's showing up big time. Where your mind is at this moment in time as well. And for you and Arteta, two of you have been the most fortunate people in football, because any other club would have gotten rid of you guys.
Yeah.
Really, there's no time to waste when you're in the Premiership, and you've wasted time. If we're talking about at least 2 seasons, and here we are now, where we are now, that's the magnifying glass.
Colin Marchasa says that this documentary will be the most watched series of all time. Arteta not even told about Amazon Film. Owners done it out of sheer greed. Yeah, he said that he didn't have no say, in Amazon. All or nothing. I'm all out of laughs when it comes to Nothing FC. One single group of people are simply destroying a beautiful, historic, revered football club. Yes. Guys, we still have TTP and Project Youth. Woohoo! All the super fans and Muppets like Wheatley, Watts, Ernst, Ornstein, Ben will tell you to trust this. When they're the second biggest problem. The regional says, big up Raz.
Nice one, big red.
Yeah. Clayton Movement says, set Arteta today at 3 p.m. Well, it's 20 past 3. And Big Dog says, why not 2:38? Well, anyway. Take a few minutes sometime and think how far this latest transfer may have set us back. It's truly depressing. We are in for a very long AFC era. Oh my days! All right, let's go see if we can get somebody else in. Static says the amount of times I saw Edu gulping, he was definitely lying. His time is definitely up for Arsenal. Fans need to get Edu out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Alexander Inusa says, I'm strongly behind the project at Arsenal. The project is rejigging the Arsenal philosophy that brought Patrick Vieira to Thierry. Alexander, well, listen, it's your opinion. But the thing is, do you not realize we're bottom of the table? We're bottom of the table, my friends. So I understand the long-term philosophy, bringing youngsters who are young. I understand that, but did they not think about bringing experienced players? Bring some experienced players. Did they not think about selling the players? So the project for now is not working. It's not working. Sorry, Ralph, did you want to say something?
Just one thing. Why would you want to rejig something that has worked in the past? You can improve it. There's always room for improvement, of course. But as he put in Patrick Vieira and Thierry Henry into this, Thierry Henry, was he? Who was at Monaco? Was it Thierry Henry who managed Monaco?
Yeah, Thierry Henry. Yeah.
And how do you do there? So
yeah, okay, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, the model will fit the climate of the club. The ingredients got to match, and if it doesn't match, then your board or your owner will say, look, it's not working, on to the next one. I saw Thierry Henry with the Belgium team. This is a French international, and he's with the Belgian team. And who was he talking to? The main man up front? Lukaku. And where's Lukaku? At Chelsea. But Lukaku did a stint at Man United. and how did it work out for him? So everybody moves around and they adjust to the climate of whatever the ethos or wherever the pan is at that club. And the successful types are the ones that can do it successfully. But there's always going to be a hiccup point or a brick wall point that you're going to come up against. Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira have proved it, and they're in better places now. But what is the chance for Arsenal if they're rejigging? Look at the academy players. Where are our academy players? There's only 2 that's made it into the full team. Whereas the other better players, they're out on loan at this moment in time, and they're doing bits. Are you telling me they can't be doing bits for our team, and we could save ourselves some money? Some of the decisions that Arteta and Edu make, i.e. Willian, trying to beg Mustafi to stay. Don't you think that all those philosophies they weren't part of the rejigging process? It was more of a putting a plaster on a broken leg scenario.
Yeah. Dear me, Ralph. Where are we going?
But the project goes on. The project goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Let's continue just for a few more before we wrap up this one. We're going for 1 hour and 7 minutes. Static, one of our headliner moderators, says 13 likes. Smash those likes, people. No thumbs up, please. Big Dog says Static 100% my guy. He's more arrogant than a Fordetta. Adesina says Arsenal will not be relegated, but to qualify to the Champions League by God's power. We've got a long way to go, my friend. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Sorry. I'm pretty sure that the interviewer needed a 20-minute break after every less than 2 minutes. Waffling Eddie responding with it was positively mind-numbing.
Yeah, I like to see the whole interview in its entirety. Yeah. I don't want the bits, because the bits, I want to see it in its whole entirety, and then you can get more of a flavour, as it were.
Right, let's just see if we can pick out some other people, because people are dominating the live chat, which is nothing wrong. Colin says 4 midfielders in the squad, yet Edu thinks Xhaka is good enough when it's been proven over 5 years that he isn't. That's what I said, man.
Exactly.
Come on. Nah. Sorry, Edu, man. Nah.
Foundation.
Yet the owners are giving their wallet and confidence to these footballing decisions. It is negligence in the highest order. Yes, that's exactly what I said about Edu Goalkeeper. I've never seen anything like it. Dear Alex, sorry guys, I have to go. Great show. Thank you for that, Static, for your rating.
Take care, man.
Your owners employ staff and set up the hierarchy and jobs. It's owners for absolute negligence. See who else. Ashidi, always late in the live chat.
Hey, Ashidi.
Poor Olivia says it's useless buying a lot of players. After all, a while, they're not good quality, and that's what we're saying. They're not being good quality. If you wanted to beef up a squad, which really didn't need beefing up, it was more focusing on the first team. The first team needed more focus than looking at the long-term project. But nobody listens to me. Anyway, Gully says, I won't say we Arsenal made wrong signings. Arteta still have to prove himself. Party Tomiyasu is going to be a good boost alongside Lokonga. We can speculate as much as we want to. Etienne says Arsenal need a new captain, and that's not Auba. Saka or Tierney, maybe, but not Auba. We've been saying that for the longest time, haven't we, Ralph?
Yeah.
Bruno says we need someone to motivate and not throwing people under the bus all the time. DWTT Gary says, yeah, Alex, when you tell us stuff, I cry. But it's the truth. People don't like to hear the truth. You know, even if you're thinking, you know, to be, you know, being philosophical about it, the stats don't lie. We are at the bottom of the table, haven't scored a goal with 9 goals against us. You can't argue with that. That is the facts. That is the facts, and people don't want to hear the facts. 2 seasons in a row, Ralph, finishing where? 8th place. That is a fact that's undeniable. The Premier League positions don't lie. We are a mid-table team going nowhere fast, Ralph. The facts. Got Glenn Kylie says, hey, gents, let's hope things change. Well, with that emoji there. The reality is, even at the end, we when everybody was calling for Arsenal Wenger's heads, we were 100,000 times better off. Swallow up, fans. The truth will set you free. So a few more before we finish this one, because I thought I've had enough, man.
Cathartic.
Yeah. Ashley says, apparently El Neni's proposed move to Besiktas fell through because of his wage demands, according to a report in Turkey. But I think I reported that. I said that on Saturday that, you know, it's not going to happen because, yeah, the deal fell through. But yeah, thank you for that belated news, Ashley. Good place, not really, but far better than where we are now. Etienne says, come on, guys, it's just 3 games. I see hope, I see talents and bigger room for improvement, Ralph.
Okay, I'm going to say this maybe for not the last time because it always crops up. It's not 3 games. What happened last season? What happened the season before? How has our players helped us stay in the top 4? We're not in the top 4. The players that our manager relies on, how many of them have let him down at crucial times in the season? Yes, there's always going to be red cards. Yes, there's always going to be VAR. Yes, there's always going to be the referee. Yes, there's always going to be injuries. But as a manager, you set yourself up to give yourself the best chance to win a match, or at least draw a match, and galvanize the team to make them, you know, be able to stand up on their own feet and to go out and win. What's happened is not just 3 matches, it has been systemic, which means it's been there for a rather long time. And we as Arsenal fans said, okay, well, maybe next season, maybe next season, maybe next season. This is the very definitive season where we're 3 matches in and we have got everyone smelling blood. We're wearing a red shirt, so we stick out very well, right? They're smelling us. They're smelling the fear of this team, and the team that goes out on the pitch on Saturday, it will take 1 mistake, it will take a goal within the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, and if their heads drop, then the rest of the form will drop, and we'll continue to plummet. So don't say it's only 3. You're entitled to your opinion. Your observation is 3 games this season, but look back to where we are when Arteta took the reins, and we gave him a honeymoon period, and this is where we are now. We are in a street fight, and we have to battle. And the players there are some are young, some wouldn't have known how to fight for everything, to win the second ball. If you don't win the first ball, you win the second ball.
I think my brother has a call coming through. So let me quickly go on to the next one there. Oh, there's some feedback, Ralph.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what
I've got
happened?
this call. I said this call's got, he's gonna have to wait.
All right, okay. There's some feedback, Ralph. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'll carry on just the next few minutes, and if Ralph can sort out his phone call, I'll get him back in. But yeah, we're not going to continue. I meant that the setup in the club is down to the owners. They employ staff. Got crap staff with no experience. He's got no ambition, which is why we got a crap team, or a rubbish team. Mike Dean, Aldrich Harris, welcome back, Aldrich. Mike Dean gonna retire because Arsenal is no more. You're right, Ralph.
Yeah, I'm just low. So
yes, okay, don't worry. October's far too late to sack a manager. Edu Vinay owners, Edu Garlic. Now, enough is enough. Is October too late, Ralph? Not that we're saying again. I'm not saying Arteta out or Arteta in. Okay,
it gets rather tricky in October when you're on a negative.
Yeah.
If we're okay by the end of September, early October, then okay. But October, if things start continuing on their downward slope, October is a very, very tricky period, and we could be in a worse. It would take a manager another maybe 2 or 3 months to try and galvanize and get the players up and running. So October is a very tricky period. It's in the middle, isn't it? So.
All right. Gully says, I think Arteta should change the formation to 3-5-2. Won the FA, even a Community Shield. You know what, Ralph? I'm tired with like 3-5-1-2. For me, 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Just 4-4-2. You're gonna have your formation at the defense. Just drill them to the midfield.
Yeah.
And then the strikers supporting each other. 4-4-2. I'm just tired with this free at the back business, man. I'm just tired of it, man. 4-4-2 formation. Oh my goodness. Pessy says, Edu and Arteta must go, guys. The team is dead. Red United says, how has Arteta not lost his job? Ralph's not saying anything.
Ollie, last season, Ollie was literally on the verge, wasn't he? It was maybe about 2 matches, and then somehow the team bailed him out. Pogba bailed him out. You know what I mean? So there's all talk about Pogba going, and the team. Everyone was on Ollie's back, and all of a sudden they just turned it round. So same with Chelsea. Chelsea got rid of their manager.
Yeah. But here's a good point, Ralph, from a Big Dog. He says, if there were fans in the stadium last year, Arteta's head would have been on a pike. And Ashley says, Sky Sports announced after the international break, it regrets that Arsenal games will no longer be shown on Sky Sports, but will be a move to the Comedy Channel.
One of the guys at work sent that to me on my WhatsApp.
For a second, it had me going there, Ralph. You know what I mean? Is this Scotty guy possibly Edu with an anonymous tag name? Why are you saying that? Oh dear. Arnie says, have Arsenal agreed a deal in principle ready for Nico when he gets sacked? If he doesn't improve, that's incredible for us if it's true. That's what I said. That's what I've read on Twitter. You can't believe everything you read on Twitter land. A lot of twits there. But yeah, someone responded. I'm not going to mention the Twitter handle. They're quite a reputable platform there, and they said that it's most likely true. They've got like a contingency plan that if things don't get better by October, it's possible that Antonio Conte will be, yeah. Oh, Ralph, man. Ralph, God
Well,
dear.
Ajax, I've got to bounce because my battery is gone. So
Yeah,
I'll
no
take
worries.
it,
No
guys.
worries. All right. Nice one, Ralph. Cheers for that. We're going to wrap it up in just in a few minutes. Let me quickly go through all these last comments here. Remember, 42 different, in 43 games, some of 18 months with multiple transfer windows. It's not great, man. It's not great. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Esther Chan says, sack if we lose the next game, sooner get rid better. Just alienating players, making terrible decisions, and crap team management and subs decisions, and the team setup. Yes, poor tactics there. YM says Arteta has definitely lost the changing rooms. DS, my brother, what's happening? Don Alex and the crew. Yeah, I hope you're well, my brother. As you're coming, we're about to go out, my brother. We're about to go out. YM, I agree. I think he has the I can see elements of that. YM, the elements are there. It's not good. I don't like all this player power. The players downing tools and refusing to put in a shift because they're paid employees. If they weren't paid, then but they're paid to perform. I see a report saying that Arsenal agreed in principle with Antonio Conte. Is it true? That's what I've just said. I think it is true because there's been a reputable platform saying it most likely is true. If things don't improve by October, there's an agreement in principle for Antonio Conte to take control of Arsenal. A lot of people saying, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What the Arsenal channel CD says. Big Dogs, yeah, I want him out before Spud's game because it's gonna be really embarrassing if we lose. Remember the language. Remember the language. Say Chan, Arteta will not carry us through the season of the 10th, so might as well depart with him and move on. Says DS. It'll be good for the future. And Etienne says to be a good manager, you need to know how to motivate players. Arteta needs to attend classes on that. I feel we have quality, but I think Arteta is not the right manager to help this boys. My goodness. Oops. So what? Great show, Alex. Hopefully we can pray a lot and bring some cheers back to the Arsenal discussions. Smash those like buttons. Thank you for that, Colin, and also thank you for the super chat. Holding Ben White or Ben White and Gabriel. The latter. Arteta on loan possibly. You can't loan your manager. You can't loan your manager. Sorry about that, guys. Battery ended this Sunday afternoon. Catch up. Thank you, everyone. See you on the next video. This is my brother. S.J. Chan, look at Martinez, Saliba, etc. decisions. He's been really bad. If it kept them, would have saved us money and team would have been better. Well, Arteta win against Norwich City. Newton says it's going to be a tough game. It'll be a really tough game. People are thinking, Norwich, they got relegated. It won't be easy. It will not be easy. Colin, which one is better? Okay, guys, you know what? I think I'll come to an end. These signings will make a big difference. You guys just watch, wait, and see. All right, so thank you for your positivity. You know what? I'm done. I'm finished. The Sunday afternoon Ketchup show with my brother. Yeah, 1 hour, 25 minutes. A little bit of ranting there. It's not good. It's not good for the soul, brother. It's not good. It's not good. But what I do want to say is thank you to the super chats. Yeah, Big United. Thank you, brother, for the donations. And of course, Colin, Colin, you make me laugh. So, Colin, it might be you might get your wish. You keep saying to me, Alex, do you know, guys? Antonio Conte needs a job. He's out of a job. You might just get your wish, Colin. But thank you for your super chat donation. Thank you indeed. I will be back tomorrow morning. Yes, yes. It's countdown now because on Wednesday I'm back to my regular job, mentoring youngsters and supporting the class teacher. So from Wednesday onwards, there will be no more morning show. Let's try and enjoy the time that we have together. But I'll be getting back to doing the afternoon shows. Yeah, no regular evening shows. What you see in the morning or the afternoon will be repeated in the evening. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But I'll be back Monday morning and going live in the evening. Yeah, it's going to be like the Canon project with James Rowe and the Godfather himself. He might just make you an offer you can't refuse. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm finished. Thank you so very much for the live comments, the live donations, the super chats. It's just one of those things, isn't it? People can't handle the truth. Arsenal in a good situation? Arsene Wenger? Really? Have you been watching another club that plays in red and white? Because Arsenal are not in a good situation, Arsene Wenger. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Not happening. Anyway, guys. Thank you again for donating the money as well as an hour and 26 minutes of your time. I try to remain very consistent with the message towards the end. The message, what's the message, Alex? If you are a person who's thinking about, earning or gaining some passive income, because I understand this message is not for everyone. Not everyone's looking for an opportunity. But if you are a serious type person, looking for investment opportunities, passive income, send me an email. Send me an email and we'll talk to you about the whole process, about gaining some extra passive income. Remember, you're on the beach and there's money, ka-ching, just coming in. Send me an email and we'll talk to you about the process about serious leveraging and passive income. Send me an email. arsenalrepublic1@gmail.com. And it is for everyone. Doesn't matter whether you're on Mars or on the moon, wherever you are in the world, it's open to everyone. But for it to be open to you, your mind has to be like an umbrella. Like an umbrella? Like an umbrella. An umbrella will only work when it's opened. So your mind has to be open to these opportunities. Okay? Send me an email. arsenalrepublic1@gmail.com. We're out of here. We're out of here. Ah, dearie me. Yeah. We're finished. We're finished. We're finished. What am I looking for? I know what I'm looking for. All right, guys. Enjoy your afternoon, your morning, and little bits of your weekend. And you have been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Good.